Hey there, War Gamers, Justin the Iron Painter here, and we are now live. For those of you guys who tuned in early, thank you. I appreciate it. So we got Dragon here, Eagle Eye 707, and last but not least, Dagoon. Thank you, Dagoon. I appreciate the sub, man. Number 24 for the month. Thank you very much. Oh, no, sorry. 23. It was 24 months in a row. This is 2 years for you. Whoop, whoop, 2 years. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. How are you doing today? Same goes to all you guys. I hope that you are doing well. Hope that the holidays were good. Whoop whoop. I did get some interesting progress in at work yesterday. Work was light on the manufacturing front. Place my order, but I did not see a comment section. I don't know where it would be. There is one. It might be during the PayPal part. Notes. Might be notes. So yeah. Most people that leave a comment that find it or use it, it's usually to me, which is what you were clearly using it for. Yep. But yeah, I'm assuming you were picking up Battletech. Assuming that's what you're getting. And Dagoon, that's no bueno, man. That sucks. I'm sorry, computer died. If you can't get it fixed and you have to get a new one, the silver lining is that most of that stuff has got a good shelf life. This might not be the right word, but like you'll get good amount of time out of it. $1,000 computer today is probably gonna last you 5 years, you know. And if you spread out that cost across that many months, it's really not that bad. You know, so that does suck though, because no one wants any of their stuff to break. Yeah. I will try to nab your order when I get there. I will try. Did you at least use my coupon? I got a notification here when an order came through, as I get those. Nice. Okay. I know your name now, sir. I know it. I'll likely forget it. I know most people by their Twitch handle or their online username or whatever. Like, there's an individual from the stream here who I know their real name in real life, but I was introduced to him by another name, and I still call him the other name. Yep. That's awesome, Dagoon. Awesome. Also, look at my coffee mug. Protect, attack, take naps. He's so cute. It's so cute. My mom got me 4 coffee mugs for Christmas, and each one was something from Mando. So yep, that happened. Anyways, I do want to show you guys what I worked on yesterday. And as always, if you guys have been getting in hobby progress, as Dagoon has just mentioned, I highly encourage you guys to post in our Facebook or Discord, and hit me with a tag on Instagram if you post anything. I would love to see what you're working on. The post from yesterday. My homemade great mod pot. Since I couldn't find one, not being scalped on eBay, I built my own. Okay. Yeah. Saw that yesterday. Very cool. I'm not sure what a great mod pot is, but I'm assuming it's some kind of Age of Sigmar big old pot. That's what I'm assuming. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, yesterday, things that I did. So I went to work. I had a design idea in my head for something I wanted to make, and I made this tragedy, this ugly abomination. Proof of concept for shape and all this stuff. I was not a super big fan of the way it turned out. It looked more like a water tower, and I was trying to make a bunker. Oh, okay. Interesting. So I was trying to make a bunker, proof of concept. The doodled on here. The first thought after I made it, I was just like, we'll make it and we'll elongate it and make it a water tower or a coolant tower or something. Then I got to look at it. I was like, I think if I change the buttresses and do some details, I can make it not look like a water tower and make it look almost like it's tapering without it actually tapering. Because I feel like it being the way it is, it just looks like you would elongate it and it's some type of tower. So I wanted to give it a bevel and make it look like it came in, even though it didn't. So this was the proof of concept, the shape, and then by the end of the evening, this is what I had. So we've got viewports at the top where like gunners or lasers or batteries might be. We got a service entrance door. We've got a human door, little greebly. We got the helipad. I stole that from one of Austin's designs. He said to just take it because it already exists. Might as well use it. And yeah, I think that, and these taper in, so it gives the illusion that it kind of cants when it doesn't, whereas this one looks straight and flat. Right, because like this is still flat, but like just that curvature here gives that illusion. And it's hollow now. So, and we changed the panels. I think I'm going to make the window slits a little smaller. I'm going to come like 1 or 2 pixels in from the top and the sides. And just bring it in a little bit. That way that border's a little bigger, and it's got a better clearance for the acrylic drop in. But otherwise, I like it pretty good. I want to make this is height 2, not to there, but to here. So from base, not this base, from the top of this plate to the flat of that is 2 inches, give or take a small amount. So right around here is the halfway point. So I want to cut that off and have a 1-inch building. It'll be a little bunker, and then I'll take this and bring it up. So that's a little entrance, and you come in, and that's the like infantry ports or laser batteries or whatever's in there, shooty thing. And then I want to take it and I want to elongate it by 1 more floor. So doot, and we'll have the viewports at the top, and then we'll have some details in the middle. Maybe have a larger door on one of the sides. And have that as a size 3, and on that size 3 we will extend it, and I also want to have a building coming out of the side of it, so it'll be like a HQ attaché type thing. And then I want to have a radar dish put on top of this, so it'll sit right down on top of that, and it'll be taller with a radar or a satellite dish or something. And then maybe have on one of the sides a jut out with a helipad landing spot that connects, but it hovers out in the air, so it's connected and has little bars that come down or something like that. And then on the back side of this dish have a door where it looks like infantry a commander could land and come in and enter the bunker. And then the jut out building that comes out of the side have a flat face with a big service door, windows and slits and stuff on the side of it, and a flat area on the top that mechs could ostensibly stand. So that's my goal. I don't know if it'll happen. I feel like to get them to be able to stand, I would need the building portion to come in this direction. So it would line up with that, and we could have a hexes going down the center of it. But I think aesthetically speaking, I feel like it coming out of one of the flats is the most practical way to do it. But because it's only too wide, you wouldn't really be able to have a mech stand up there. That's pretty small, so maybe we'll see what we could do about it coming in here. That could work. So it'd come out and be like just a small little thing. That could be pretty neat, I think. Yeah, and then this could be like the front of the building, and then that could be the back of the building, and then the, you know, doop. Okay. Yeah. So, and that one would be, so this would be size 3, and the other one would be, you know, size 2. So it would drop down one layer. I think would look cool. I don't know. We'll see if that's what the design logistics of that would be. That'd be a little difficult, I think, but nice. Yeah. I've been focusing on this because I'm disenfranchised with Warhammer right now, if I'm honest with you. I'm not the target market for Games Workshop anymore. They keep putting stuff out at such a fast rate, I can't keep up. And with this game, I can, and it's affordable. And that's where my focus is, because it makes sense to me. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, anyway, this is where we are on those more prototypes. I got this fella in today. I ordered this mostly so I could try and trade Lando, because he's going to have some extra battle mechs. And I thought, if I pick this up, maybe there might be a trade opportunity. Yeah, for me, it's more of a, I like Battletech, and it's affordable, so I want to get into it. I'm reluctant to get into games I'm not familiar with. Also, I've been burnt too many times trying out different games with people and not playing, so I don't try a lot of stuff that's outside of the mainstream. I've heard of that one vaguely, and we've got some guys at shop that play Team Yankee, which is like a World War III version of, I think it's Bolt Action. So, but anyway, I picked this up. This is the Widowmaker emblem. Guy on eBay made it, and this is what Lando. This is why he wanted Natasha Krinsky, I believe. She's part of the Widowmakers. So, I thought if I snagged this, maybe I'd have some trade opportunities with him, and if he doesn't want to trade for it, I'll just put it on my bag. No big deal. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. It sounds like something Austin would be into, because he's also has a bunch of drop zone commander or something. And Dragon, I highly recommend that you prime your MDF with an enamel flat color. We use Rust-Oleum Professional Enamel Flat Black, Flat White. That's our go-tos. That is the easiest way to seal up the MDF and fill the pores, and then you can paint over it pretty much as normal. One of the problems that you'll have if you don't do that is it's very porous, very absorbent material. So it will, if you prime without using the enamel, we find that it takes a lot of coats because it just soaks into the MDF. But we found using the enamel, 1 or 2 coats of primer, and you are good to go. As you got Hex City, whoops, I just dumped water over myself. It is worth noting that there is some acrylic elements in there. You would want to glue those on after you painted. Otherwise, you'll get paint all over them or primer on them, and you don't need to prime them. They're meant to be glued in last if you want to have that black finish. Yeah. I was just showing the stream. I had a proof of concept yesterday. I wanted to make a bunker. Doesn't look like a bunker. It looks like a water tower, but that was my first design yesterday. And then by the time I left the shop, I had this. So there's a few things that I'm going to change on it, but this is where we are. Got a little bunker for Battletech. I think that's pretty neat. Yep. I can't take credit for the resin elements. Austin made those. I just steal them and put them on my buildings. And then I stole his helipad stuff because he already had that, so I could just take it. Yeah, so it's got a protective coat or paper on the back. You have to drag or peel that off if you wanted to. For this, you don't, just because you're never going to see it. But our base toppers have that on the back too. It comes on both sides. We peel the top side when we cut so that you've got the design on the surface without stuff over it. A wooden spoon. We've got some bunker stuff for 40k scale already. Namely, Vesta Station has some bunkers or something similar. And then we've got Rapid Vanguard. Right, I don't know how this would look if I was to try and make it at the proper scale. So if I was to do this in 40k scale, this bunker would be 6 inches tall. Because each floor in 40k we usually aim for 3 inches, so it'd be 6 inches tall. And it would take up a pretty significant footprint. I'm not sure. I don't even know if I can make the details look good. At this scale, this is pretty good. If I blew that up, I don't know. Eagle Eye. This was all done in a flat surface. I don't use a 3D program. I could tell you that Austin uses Fusion something, I think, for this. Oh, very cool. Well, when you get a video up, let me know and we'll post it on our social media for you. Give you a shout out. But yeah, so Colby, I'll show you what this looks like. Oh, resin release. Fusion something. I don't know what that sounds right. Yeah, Fusion 360 sounds about right. I know what the load screen looks like. I don't use it because I don't do any 3D design. That's all Austin's department. I can show you something he's working on right now. He's working with a content creator who makes his own or has his own tabletop game, and he's working on making some pieces for that. So he's been doing some prototyping, and we'll be making some robots and mechs for this game. And here's some little spider things. They kind of look like spider ticks, but Austin made these yesterday. So it's pretty neat. I was talking to him about making cool mech designs for that game. I don't want to say what it's for until I'm allowed to. I know what it's for personally, and I know who it's for, but I don't want to, I don't want to spill any beans on upcoming games and such. But it is very cool for us. Austin has gone from doing primarily MDF designs and dabbling lightly in some 3D stuff to doing 3D stuff, like, over the months. He's been taking some classes online through, was it Masterclass or something like that, and learning and self-teaching himself, or learning at his own pace type thing. So it's pretty cool. Alright, so today though, outside of show and tell and Battletech design stuff and building stuff, we're gonna prep some paints here. We'll get into doing some painting. I went ahead and got a fresh piece of paper on my palette. We're going to prep my palette here. It'll take a second as I go through the gambit here of my colors. Also, some of you guys won some items not too long ago. Those ought to be rolling in any day now. And I was looking at my urban mech here, and I think I want to add a little bit more glaze of the mid-tone blue here. I feel like he's just a little off, so we're gonna do that when we get started today, and then we'll get back into doing our highlights and such. Okay, grab our glaze here. Alright, now let's get some mixing going. Yeah, and that mid-tone blue right there that I'm switching up, that's what we're going to be glazing here in just a moment. Okay. Alright, so let's grab a little bit of this. Alright, come here, Irby. Got some glazing we need to do here. Feels like that might be a teensy bit too strong. But it's where we need it to be, so let's grab a little bit more of that from this side and we'll just thin it down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it's a little better. I think yesterday I really should have just prepped another parchment paper piece for my wet palette, and I was trying to get fancy, and then ended up having the colors be slightly off from where I wanted them to be. So today we're trying to glaze over and just tighten that up a little bit. said, it looks when it dries. I think that's going to look infinitely better than what it was. I think that light extra hint of blue. You talking about with like new models, or because you overspent, or both? Hey, what's up, Gentalis? How you doing, man? No, yeah, I think that's already looking better. Probably come back in with some lighter highlights on that one just to pop the edges, but otherwise, I think that really helped bring it more in line with the awesome here. Oh, okay. At least Battletech's not a particularly expensive game. I mean, you will easily have a nice chunk of buildings on your table with that Hex City stuff, and you'll be able to get your Battletech, if you got the Game of Armor Combat box for like $60 at retail, usually like $45 online. You know, getting that stuff is like, it's cheap. It's a very affordable war game to try and get into. Has anyone here seen For Bias recently? I feel like we caught a glimpse of him the other day, but he's been a little MIA. I know he's been going through some shit, but more or less curious to know if anyone's seen him and if he's doing all right. I messaged him on Instagram the other day after he'd shared some work in the group or on during the stream, and I was like, "Hey man, I think it's awesome you're sharing work. You know, not too long ago you were not too keen on it, and now you're still doing your thing and getting your hobby progress in, and you know, basically giving him my praise for not allowing trolls on the internet to bring him down." And I never got a reply. Hope he's doing okay. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about my clan invasion stuff showing up. Hopefully in the next 4 months or so. As with anything Kickstarter related, delays are pretty much expected. You hope they don't happen, but you hope for the best, plan for the worst type situation. So we're hoping that there's no delays, but if I have the stuff by early summer, I think it's probably still a win on Kickstarter standards. My major hope is that this, no pun intended, kickstarts Catalyst in their plastic minis renaissance, or reinvigorates the company and the game and get stuff out there, and they will do more. I mean, if they have to resort to Kickstarter again, they got to do what they got to do, but I would really like to see it start to kind of stand on its own 2 feet again. That would be awesome to see. We'll take care. Gentalis, thanks for hanging out. Do not, in my opinion, do not order decals from eBay for Battletech. There is a guy, username Madcat something or other. They are shit quality, and I don't think you'll be happy with them. I was very angry with them. They're not very good. They look good, but they're not white-backed, and they'll be pretty bad. They're not going to function for you. I can tell you who I got my replacement ones from, or my, I guess, replacements, sort of. Let's see here. There it is. Hilarious. Hilarious. Well, you already know who it is. That's funny. Yeah, I went to the Facebook group and I came in hot. I was upset about the decal fiasco that I went through on eBay and that guy. And the guy knew I was upset and he said, "Thanks for your patronage." And I fucking lost it. I was like, yo, dude, if I could get a refund for the products, I would. You saying thanks for your patronage when you know that I'm angry is insulting. Like, you sent me a subpar product. Yo, I was livid. Yep. And then the Facebook group recommended Fighting Piranha. They said that there was usually, a month or two potential wait time because it's like a guy doing things on his own. And I was like, all right, whatever. I don't mind waiting as long as I get the good stuff. And then I got a message from Fighting Piranha that said, "Are you AMP Services?" And I was like, yeah, that's my email right there, because the email and my name were slightly different or something, and he was confirming. And then I had my stuff inside like a week. And I was like, shit, I don't know if he gathered that I did art online or was used to be a full-time commission painter or any of that. I don't know if he connected the dots, but he got me my stuff really fast. A lot faster than his website led me to believe it would have been. Which is a good thing. And the fact that I was willing to wait on the premium product for as long as it took, as long as it was reasonable, to make it. You do your thing. You're a small business. I get it. When you get it to me, as long as you get it to me and keep me informed. And he went above and beyond. So as far as I'm concerned, that is where I will buy my Battletech decals from now on. He done got himself a new customer. And also, not that I get kickbacks or sponsorships, but also I'm somebody who will totes praise him on my platform, and maybe he'll get a little extra attention from it. Maybe. Not that I command a huge audience on Twitch these days, because I don't. Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, I've got a cart full of mechs that I want to pick up and order, about a little over $200. And I really, really want to get some books, but I'm trying to find some people to trade with that have some books that I would like, source books, TROs, whatnot, that are willing to trade for DRD credit. That helps keep my expenditures down and helps get them some products they may want. But I've not been successful yet with that. What is what is. If I find some people, cool. If I don't, then I'll just get books when I get books. And I've got some PDFs, and I've bought some PDFs, and I backed the Kickstarter, so when I bought my Total War book, I got the PDF copy with it, so I've got some things. It's more just having other things on hand and expanding the collection and trying to leverage what I'm able to trade to help make that happen. I am a bit OCD, and I get compulsive when it comes to collecting, so it's really hard sometimes to tone it down. So being able to trade DRD product helps shield me from spending stupid amounts of money on dumb stuff. Not that it's dumb, but you know what I mean. This is also why I don't play Magic the Gathering. Not only is the monetary investment crazy and the community by and large not what I like. I like the game. I like the cards. I'm not as big a fan of the community, or at least my experience with it. But most importantly, I can't keep up with the game. Like financially, it is. I want to buy stuff and get stuff and get all the cards and spend all the money, and then it's like, no. You're spending so much money collecting stuff and getting stuff. It's like, you got this $40 card you're going to use every once in a while. It's like, but it looks so cool, and it's really fun in this one deck. I gotta have it. And then that keeps happening, and then, you know, all of a sudden you spent $1,000 on Magic cards and you didn't need to. So it's like, I had to tone it down. What's up, Daff? How you doing? What's up, Lando? How you doing, man? I got my my trade item in today to use as trade bait with you when our stuff shows up, in case there's any of the sculpts you didn't want. I know you got the legendary pack and you wanted Karinsky out of it, but if the rest of it didn't matter, I got my little trade thing in today. Let me finish up on this spot and I'll show it to you. And if you're not interested, no obligations. Like, it's not going to fit me. I'll just put it on my bag. But I got it because I knew that you liked Natasha, I think it was, and she's was the leader of the Widowmakers at one point. So I thought this might be something you'd be interested in. I'll show you it on screen here. Hey, Bell. Hey, nice. What are you doing, pre-girl? So first off, I made a new building for my Battletech set that I'm working on. Oh, when I take my break, I'll grab some treats for the pup. So we made the bunker. It started out as this tragedy, and then it turned into this. I think it'll be fun. And this is the thing I got in the mail. It's got, he hand makes them or casts them or prints them or whatever the hell he does, but it's got the little pins in there. And then there you go, the Widowmakers. So got that. And like I said, if that's something you don't give a shit about, I'll just put it on my bag. I don't care. I mean, I got patches on that thing and pins on it, and I'll just slap it on there next to the Clan Wolf and be done. But I saw it and couldn't resist. Yep, yeah, I remember mentioning it to you, but it finally came in. What is up, old Javasuko? How you doing? Old Java, the Java Master. Yeah, that would be cool. I'll have some extra mechs floating around too. I got some salvage box coming. Java Skuko's got some salvage box coming. And then I'll have a few extra things. So when it all comes in, if there's something you want to swap for, cool. If not, no big deal. And it's more or less just me collecting mechs for stream purposes or painting or whatever. especially if it's something people don't want. It's like, whatever, I'll put it in my box of things that I'll use for something. Kind of like Carlisle here. He's on my desk. I've got 2 of them now, so it's like I'll paint one. Maybe I'll paint one as him and one as the, not him, because I got 2 of them. Or maybe I'll paint him on stream as a stream viewer or something for one of our live stream games or something. I don't know. I'll figure out something to do, I love how the give pet treats emote is Derpy Parrot. Yeah, that's one of the icons that Twitch provided. I didn't have any unique ones for that. It's also why during the Battletech stream night, it's just got default whatever they had, because it was new and I haven't had time to bug Austin to make me any, and we don't do that very often, so I didn't need it. If that becomes a once a month thing, I'll bug him for some graphic design work, and we'll get some not derpy looking icons for some of the things. But it would be cool if I got one that was like her holding a paintbrush. That would be pretty dope. How's your new computer treating you, Mr. Daff? The highlights really do help this. Yeah. Well, hopefully once everything is tackled, you'll be able to get some game time in. Maybe we'll actually be able to play something together. That would be really cool. Though my time availability makes it a little difficult to link up with people. I know Lando's been asking me about participating in one of his campaigns at some point. And then you mentioned Roll20 to me, and trying to get some time where my schedule overlaps with people is a feat. That said, I really need to get you and Lando, Clan Wolf, and Wheels, and anyone else who RPs. Like, I need to get you connected so that if you guys want to run games together or cross-pollinate your groups with people or each other, like, you can do so. So I really need to get you guys connected to do some online stuff together, or just talk, Because I would really like to see, whether I can participate or not, portions of the garrison kind of taking a life of their own. I've been wanting to see this for years, and it's not really taken root. And now we've got a few community members who are particularly active here on the stream. They talk a lot and do gaming and things of their own. So it'd be really cool if we were able to get people connected and involved. And no pressure. Like, I don't want people to be like, well, kind of wanted to play with you, but didn't want anyone else. Like, I get that. But if you're just looking for people, like being able to connect people for tabletop gaming or online role-playing or video games or all three, like, that's really cool. And then whether I can make it or not, being able to hear tales of what the garrison members are doing would be really cool, personally. So, food for thought if you guys decide you want to network and chat about things. Nice, very cool. See, Dragon's down too. What I need to do is have stretch it out. Whew. I need to get a role on the Discord, so I could just make all you guys who are interested in playing roleplay games and GMing, like, so you can have a rank or a role in the Discord, so people know. Maybe even have like a section that is locked unless you ask to to participate, and then you get access to those channels. Not that it's a problem if you saw them anyway, but like then because it's locked, I think it would draw attention to it. People are like, oh, why can't I get in that? Oh, you know, maybe I want to roleplay with these guys. And I think that would be pretty cool. My intentions, I was actually talking to Clan Wolf about this yesterday. My intentions for the group, Facebook and Discord, has always been more than just a fan club, so to speak, for myself, because I really don't think it's that. It's really been about creating a community where people can hang out together and do stuff together and find like-minded individuals. And I just happen to be the guy who's trying to pull the strings in the background or guide it if I can. And I was telling him I've also tried to network with other streamers to create like a stream team type thing where we work together, and it's never happened. So it's kind of just been me trying, and sometimes it's difficult. Like I was telling him yesterday, you know, we've got 540 people in the Facebook group, but most people never ever speak. You know, when we posted about the Battletech game, we had like I think 12 people total out of 541 who actually commented, or not commented, but voted on it. And it's like, that's okay. You know, you guys are busy, you got lives, but that's a little disheartening. So anything I can do to help promote activity, I want to do, you know. That's true. That's true. I mean, if I've got time, I can. And here's the thing. I want to. I forgot, Colby. I forgot you do roleplay stuff too. Colby does as well. I would like to do more stuff with people. I would like to hang out. It's just with my work schedule, it makes it a little difficult. But as the community and the stream grows, my goal has always been to take that growth and apply it towards taking time away from work. You know, the same way we have a donation goal to do the bonus live stream game. That means on that day I don't have to work. I've raised funds to make sure that me taking time away from work and doing that to play a game is not going to hurt me financially. You know, so the better things start to go here, the more I will try and be involved with what I could be involved with. And it's a little bit of a pipe dream. You know, everyone wants to get paid to do content. And I'm not as big as some of the content creators out there, but I got goals. I know where I want to be, and we're trying to get there. And getting you guys involved is very helpful for the community. Community engagement involvement is huge. And for anyone who's wanting to run stuff or do stuff, if there's anything that DRD can offer to help, like if you need assistance with stuff or you need some products, you know, I can offer discounts and help out. You know, do what I can. Free is not an easy thing, but I do often help out with creators or people doing things and people from the community who are trying to do something to help me grow and build the community and do more with it. Absolutely, we'll help you out and get you better pricing or some extra stuff. You know, whatever will help do what you do. Let's see. What's up, Snoofy? Nox Geek, how you doing? Start play. Interesting. So you're like a GM and people review you and that people can read about you before they play with you. That's interesting. That's very interesting, huh? And Nox, I'm not doing too bad. We're just sitting here rambling as we always do, trying to get some painting done at the same time. Talking with the community here. How's life been treating you? How was your holiday? I like how this Irby mech is shaping up. That's awesome, man. Did she use my coupon code? Oh. Oh, so it's not public. You get it and you see it. Yay, Knox! Thank you. It really does help. I am shocked with the number of people who have picked up the paint line because of me. I do not command a huge audience here on Twitch these days, but this year I think I've encouraged like 4 people to buy the full paint line. That's massive. What's up, Daff? What was your question? Yeah, I think Snoofy ended up using my coupon to buy some extra stuff. I think from the community, Lord17 did as well. Now, if I could just encourage Colby to do it, get you some paints there, Colby. A little pro acro in your life. Alright, hang on. No, if you just want the game. That's fair. I love them. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I use the igniters the most. I like how the Legion clone troopers was from the computer. I like these. I like the igniters. I'm different. I've got the deck cord, and mine, you can see, it took 1 session and the bristles curled. You can really see that, and I'm pretty meticulous with my paintbrush maintenance. I don't want to get too down into that conversation because it's been getting heated on Facebook lately, but I have a decade of experience cleaning paintbrushes. I've got Winsor Newtons in there that are almost like 8 years old or something, and they're fine. They're completely fine. This brush has been through hell, and it's fine. This is not a slow fuse, but I've used the shit out of it, and it's still rocking. Nothing I've done works on this one. This one's done. Nothing I do gets that tip to curl back. All my natural hair brushes are fine. You know, so the way I look at it is I've used the synthetic. I like this. This was a recommendation from Sam Lins. I like that. My faux hawk days. I use Masters brush soap. The internet right now on Facebook has been claiming that it's absolute trash, and I respectfully disagree. While I like Monument Hobbies paintbrushes and paints and products, I've even got their brush scoop here, and I use it occasionally. This is my travel puck. I take it with me when I go. I use Masters brush soap when I'm at home, and it's fine. I've used it for a decade at least, and it works. And I go with the grain of the bristles, so like a swish, and I'm like pulling and rotating and back and forth. I never jab, because I want to have the natural grain and flow, and I clean it. So there are people who will tell you that it's bad and it will ruin your brushes and yada yada yada, and I'm tired of arguing with them. Like I said, I use Monument stuff. I love it. It's great. And if you guys want to pick it up, use my coupon, use my URL. But I'm not going to tell you that another product's trash. It's like me saying that here's a Raphael 8404, and me saying that this is trash by Monument. No, I'm not going to tell you that. I would say that that's a good brush, but the igniter here is like half the price, and it may not be as good quality-wise, but for the price, it's pretty good, and I use it because it's expendable, and I can buy replacements at a slower rate because of brush maintenance, but I don't mind tearing them up because they're affordable. I'm not going to take my Lamborghini off-road when I can use a Jeep. And I could tear this up and repair it and keep using it. The Lamborghini is very expensive, so I use it for specific stuff. You know, right tool for the job. So these are good for what you pay for them for, and I like them. That's why I use them. If I did not like them, I would not use them. Same way with the paints. If I did not like these paints, I would not use these paints. But you'll get people online who will tell you, this is all the end all be all, don't use anything else, and everything else is shit. I wish that I was exaggerating, but that's about what it's like. So I also use plenty of other products. As Slow Fuse starts to expand their offerings, and we have, if they get into doing washes or technical paints or inks and stuff like that, I'll keep buying them because I like the products. But right now, they don't offer washes, which is convenient from GW. They don't offer inks, which is convenient from Green Stuff World for me. I like their inks. So I supplement the set of Pro Acryl that I have with stuff that they don't have, and that's fine. But you'll have people that'll basically tell you this is the only set you need, don't buy anything else. I'm not going to do that. It's the same reason why I won't tell you, I will never say Badger's the best airbrush ever. I'll give you my opinion and give you some recommendations on things to try and let you choose. It is also why I won't tell you that DRD is the best MDF producer in the world. We make really good stuff. We make really high quality stuff. I think there are some of our competition that we are ahead of. But then if you were like, hey, low-key, honest, one-on-one connection here, who you think your main competition is? I could tell you 100% Warsenal. I think that's some of the best tabletop wargaming terrain in the world. They got really great stuff, especially for Infinity. It's phenomenal. The paint jobs that guy does is stupid. Pre-painted stuff, Blackslice Studios, great. We also have a very good working relationship with those guys. Like we talk to them on Discord. Austin bounces ideas back and forth when they're wanting to talk about new things, even though there's no business connection. It's more of a friendly, like we're artists connection. We have a very good relationship with them. But my point is, I'm not going to shill out. I'm not going to tell you only buy ours because we're the bestest. I'll give you recommendations and hope that you make a choice that's good for you. My integrity is important to me, and that's the way I look at it. So. That said, I may have gotten a dud. That is possible. That is possible. I'm not upset. That happens. I use this for washing and mixing paints and doing whatever. That's fine. It still works for what I use it for because it was a little bit cheaper. Where I'm at now, because I don't want to bug Jason on replacing one brush, even if it was a dud, whatever. Here's where I'm at. If I want Sable, I'll just buy Sable because that's the synthetic Sable. So for me, I'll just spend a little bit more and I'll buy the real Sable, these right here, the igniters. And then I'll go on the opposite end, and for stuff I want to tear up, I'll just buy the artilleries, or the bombwicks rather, bombwick artilleries. Sorry, the artilleries. I'll just buy these. These are synthetic, and I'll get the real ones. I don't need I don't need the in-between. I thought I would like it. I had a poor experience with it, and maybe it was a dud, but honestly, I don't know what benefit I would really get from the one in the middle other than knowing it's not from an animal, I suppose. But it's not really giving me the benefits that these have. Like, even if it does, it would do a little bit of one, a little bit of the other, but not both. So it's like, I'll get this because it's cheaper. It does the job. It's a really big brush, does the thing. And I'll get the Sables from a detail, and the one in the middle is fine. I think the main reason for the one in the middle is probably if you want something a little bit better than synthetic, not quite as expensive as a real one, and maybe you're conscious about animal treatment. And if for that... I can't fault you. I get that. But for me, I think the igniters and the artillery are where I'm going to be. But that's me. So, but yeah, and Dragon, if you're talking about Masters, I go to Hobby Lobby and I use a 40% off coupon. I've used it for years. And the guy that I got that idea from, Austin, uses it. He's been using it for longer than me. But the first person that I saw recommend use Masters brush soap is Lester Bursley, which is an award-winning artist and the guy who basically inspired me to paint. And, he's good. The other big artist connection I've had recently was I picked these up. I usually don't buy stuff just because it's branded for someone, but Sam Lins had his weapon rack, and I was like, let me try what he uses and see if he's doing something a little different. And he had these big-ass brushes in here. I'm like, okay, I don't know. And I've beat this one up pretty good. He even mentioned on Instagram, as long as it holds a tip, it'll fare you well. But it is expendable. It's going to break down. But I did a lot of this guy here with this brush, and I did a lot of the highlights with this one until I got to the really small ones. Like, this actually worked a lot better than I thought. So I've never given synthetics a good shot for detail stuff. And Sam Lins encouraged me to do that. So very rarely do I jump right on something because someone's name's on it, but he had a good selection of brushes in there for good reasons, and I really appreciate that, because this right here is game-changing. He does. But for me, trying to learn new stuff, trying to up my game with bigger brushes is a good idea. So kind of the next step. Now, to bring things full circle here, Daff, you had asked a question. So you were asking about stuff to paint for clones. If you only wanted a one-off, they got some options. If you can find a Rex, that's a single. You can get a box of troopers. The expansion upgrade has like 4 or 5 dudes in it. Phase 2s if you prefer that sculpt. Good luck finding ARC troopers. If someone here has a lead on ARC troopers that aren't $70, hit me up. I will PayPal you or DRD credit you. Or give you more in DRD credit than they're worth for your hassle. Like, if you find ARC troopers, you let me know. But right now, they're hard to find, and people are scalping. ATRT specialist pack. I don't remember how many guys are in this pack. And then Anakin. So that's your options for official. And then the starter box. If you find someone to split a starter box with, I think Miniature Market has those for like 80. So if you split it with someone, you get a bunch of clones. But that's what they have to offer. I think it's Skullforge. Is it Miniatures or Studios? Skullforge Studios. Lonely Sandbar. That's very interesting. Yeah. I usually don't throw brushes away, so if something starts to go out, I just find a new job for it. So yeah, that's a really good recommendation. Also, James Wapple is painting savant. The guy is stupidly good. He was hanging out my stream months ago, and I didn't know this, but he comes from a traditional art background, which explains why he does the blending and the colors that he does. That's next level shit. There's like scale of 1 to 10 for miniature war game scale painters, and then there's James Wapple, who's on a scale above that somewhere. It's bananas. Yeah, because he does a lot of NMM stuff. Yep. So this is Skullforge. Daff, and he's got some 3D print stuff. I am sure he's got some clones on here. Yeah, there's his Rough Riders, which these are Republic Commandos. He sells STLs as well. He is, yeah, I've heard that too. I heard that there was a painting competition he won multiple categories in, and he painted it and finished all his stuff before other people would finish like one thing. It's bananas. Oh, thank you, Kobe. I appreciate that. Enjoy them tacos. Yeah, I don't know exactly where they are on here. Daff, I'm just going to drop you a link. But he's got a lot, and I'm pretty sure he's got some Republic Commando count as, but or not Republic Commando, but Clone Troopers. If you honestly just wanted to get some clones to paint, and you weren't too particular, buying a Phase 1 or Phase 2 box gets you, I think, 7 minis for $35 retail. Probably get online for like 28 or 30, something like that. Not a bad deal if that's all you want to paint. And Lando, Lonely Sandbar, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Lando, I'm going to bring up your store here. We'll bring it up in the window. Does search work? Yeah, so there's the Phase 2s. Yeah, let's just go back to the initial link here. No, he doesn't. It doesn't even have them listed. Yeah, they're particularly hard to find right now. On eBay, most people that have them are asking $70, $80, which is unfortunate. That's very frustrating. COVID hasn't helped with that. Apparently, there was also a container that went overboard, so they lost a whole shipment of them, which is sad, because the models are at the bottom of the ocean now. But yeah, the availability is just a problem. Like, I get why some of the prices are high, but I refuse to pay double. I'll just wait. Yeah, Lando, if he does get him in and you see him, you hit me up and I could PayPal you immediately. If that happens, you just let me know. I will happily cover them. And I figured, my best bet was trying to find someone who had an FLGS that may have some on the shelf that's obscure. Like, finding them on Miniature Market's going to be near zero, because they sell out so fast and stuff because they're so big, which they did. They sold out on their ARC Troopers. So, like, I get it. But, like, when I got my Luke Skywalker, I went to my local store. He doesn't have ARC Troopers, but he had Luke. And he was on the shelf for $20. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy that. That's a good deal. I didn't know he was worth as much as he is until after I picked it up, but I was like, that's a good deal for that model. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, man. When our Indominus boxes came out, I helped Tim at our local store sell some, because he doesn't have an online store, and I helped connect him with some of our community members to make some sales. So any connection to a store that helps them out and helps me out is just a win-win. I get products I need, and they get monies, which keeps their doors open. Well, Jagan, thank you. Appreciate you keeping a view here. Been some lively chatter. And yeah, so we were talking about James Wapple, and one of the things that I really like about him, other than my limited interactions with him, he was very humble and just chill. Like, he didn't come across like he was easy for me to chat with. But when he was talking to me, he was giving me some recommendations on a model. I would show it to you, but it shipped out already. It was for Wheels Won It. But he was giving me recommendations on the non-metallic metal I was trying to do, and I was struggling. And I tried it a little bit, but it's not easy to put into action the things he says, because for him, it's normal. For us, well, not everyone, but for me, it's new, and it's a new process, and I think he gets that. But one of the things he's known to say or talk about and tell people is when you're doing non-metallic metal, to use colors for your shadows and your lights, not just have a transition of gray, because then it might look gray, but if you have like a transition from almost black to gray and various gradation in between, and then you have a glaze of like blue or green for where a light source is coming, or a reflection of the armor. So like if the armor's yellow, you got a little hint of a little yellow color right in the shadowed area where it might be reflected on the gun. Like, those hints of color help push the illusion that it's a reflective surface. And he was talking about that, and I'm like, that is really neat. It makes sense in theory, but he was explaining it to me and trying to help out, and I really appreciated that. And if I recall, in that stream when he was here, I believe I actually was talking about how I appreciated him giving me information that he could have been charging for. Like, he could have been teaching a class, and he was giving me stuff information that, might have been in that. So I really appreciated it. And if I ever have the opportunity, I'd love to take a class with him. I'd love to take a class with Sam, and I would love to take a class, if he's ever here, with Angel. Each one of them has a different style they bring to the table, and I'd love to just learn some things, try some new stuff, and see if I could put some of those styles into my toolkit and adapt them. The other, there's a couple other people I like. Was it Andy Warble or Wardle? I follow him on social media, and he is really good as well. And then I follow, was it Caleb Wessenbach, I think, who's really, really good. I follow Liz Hunt, Elizabeth Beckley, Aaron Lovejoy. I feel like I've listed off some heavy hitters in the art community. Lando, I think 2 boxes would be reasonable. If he comes across 2 boxes, you let me know, and I will get the funds either to you or to him or whoever, however it needs to happen. Also, I tell you what, Lando, I don't want to make you a salesperson, but if you happen to mention a DRD to your local store and he's interested in carrying any of our stuff or even getting a sample, if he wants a sample, a lot of times when a store is interested in working with us, if they place a small order, we'll throw in a free set of terrain. We just sent stuff to Michigan Toy Soldier Company, and on top we sent them a Shattered Landscape bundle. It's our really affordable entry-level terrain kit, and we send it as a store copy to build and paint, learn about our product, and have games or an ability for people to play games on them. If your store is at all interested, I'm happy to hook them up with that. And if, because you mentioned it to them, they happen to place an order, we'll hook you up. Like I said, I'm not trying to turn you into a salesman. You know your store. If we're a good fit, cool. If not, don't worry about it. But if they are, and they end up picking up something because you talk to them on my behalf, just being a cool guy, we'll hook you up with something. Again, I'm not trying to pressure you. I don't go out of your way. But if it comes up, I want to make sure. Like Joe from our community, Fallback, he reached out to a buddy of his who just opened a Battletech store online, and got him connected with us, and that guy ended up spending a bunch of money buying terrain. And I would normally get a commission cut if I reach out to a store and that store stocks something. I did not reach out to him. Joe had him reach out to us, and I was like, Austin, I don't know if Joe qualifies for anything I do, but like, if you want to do something or get him something or send him some cash or whatever, he reached out to that store and they came to us. I did not reach out to this person, so I don't get a commission. And that's the way I would treat this. Like, if I didn't reach out, it's not on me, so you'd get some kind of perk out of it, But again, I don't, that seems a little awkward, so I don't want it to be weird. But I also want people who are preaching the good word about DRD and trying to help out and help us grow to know that we appreciate it and you get something out of it too. Even if it was like store credit or terrain or, whatever, So, food for thought. Well, Justin, you done tried to peddle your community to be salesmen for you. This is some kind of pyramid scheme for MDF, and we know MDF is not a particularly strong material, sir. So, bye. Don't try and scam us. Something Madoff, that whatever that guy's name was, Bernie Madoff, I think. That was a little bit before my time, I think, or I was really, really little when that pyramid scheme happened. Yeah. Hey, meeting canceled. Yeah, he's really, those highlights really make him take shape. Like, he went from not being there to being there. That's so neat. Well, yes, Justin, that's what highlights do. You should know this. You've been painting for, a couple of days here, sir. I was talking to Austin a while back, and he said something to me that threw me for a loop. I think it's, 10,000 hours doing something and you're considered an expert at it. And live streaming alone, I've put in probably close to 3K. And painting, I've been painting since 2010, painting on commission since 2012. So I'm going on my 11th year in the hobby come March, and this was my 8th year professionally. And he was talking about how much time I've spent doing it, and because I don't particularly think I'm very good at things or give myself credit for it, and he was talking about like what it takes to be considered an expert for something. I was like, well, I don't think I consider myself an expert, but I definitely know some things. But I feel like that's one of those, like, the more you're in something, the more you know, the more you realize what you don't know. You know, that's kind of how I feel about it. For some reason, it looks a little bit matte. Alright, so, anyway, we're into a good position on my urban mech here. I want to come in with a little bit of that dark blue, push in the shadows, maybe even come down here and push a little bit more. We'll hit the last stage of the highlight on that, and we're going to glaze over, then put one extra touch of the bright on here, and the arm, and then I think we'll probably have a little bit of time to work on the Thunderbolt. But, in the meantime, I owe Doggo 2 treats, so I'm going to grab 3, because undoubtedly, or without a doubt, I guess undoubtedly would have worked. If I only grab 2, I'll sit down and somebody will donate another one, or claim another one. And then I'm going to get a refill on my coffee, because this is a sad sight. There it is. There's the third one. Baby Yoda sad. Protect, attack, take naps. So, give me a moment to refill the coffee, grab the treats, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Squad morale restored.
You hold on. Till you gotta wait. I gotta tilt the camera down. I gotta tilt the camera down. So what I do? That's what I do. No. That a good treat? That a good treat? That one's from Lando. See, thank you, Lando. Thank you. You gave me a treat. Nom. Ow. You got a couple more. What are you doing? No one? Who this one from? This one from Daft. You gotta hop up here. That from Daft. Say thank you, Daft. Nom. They're so good. They're so good. I brought me a treat too. I got me a cookie. You got one left. This one's from Snoopy. Snoopy. We have the same
We
name.
are the Emperor's chosen.
We have the same name. Nom.
Thank you, Musty. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That is subscription number 24 for the month. Thank you very much. Man, it's so weird to be talking without my headset on. It is very odd. And thank you.
That was it, Bell. That was it. That was it. You got your 3. You have to come back tomorrow and get more. Tell them thank you. Say thank you. Say thank you. What's up there, Jess? Bye. Be enough. You can't have my treat. Whoop.
Now she's gone. She's like, I know what's up. I'm out. You're not wrong. When you try to go to your own channel and you typo it. Okay.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
There we go. I gifted 3 months to my bot so that my bot, 3 months from now, I'll forget to resub it. That's funny. All right. Hey, I think that's hilarious. If I'm honest, that's funny. Ugh. All right, so let's get our little light highlights here. I think I went a little overboard on the legs, so let's try and throttle back a little bit on this bright one and kind of reserve it for the extreme edges and not so heavy, because I went a little bit heavy on it. There we go. I'm not sure why hype didn't work. That command's supposed to work. I'm not sure. Okay. I just kind of wanted a little hint there. Not anything crazy. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at this guy yesterday and I realized I really needed to do a little something on that leg there. So that'll help out a little bit. Cool. Alright, so let's grab a little bit of this black, or well, blue-black. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I forgot to hit that spot with a highlight there. Missed it. Sorry, little Irby Mac. I'm sorry, buddy. Don't judge me. Okay. I think that's looking pretty nice. I think that's pretty good. I think we're about to the done step for this little guy. At least for the blue. There's still some other stuff I want to do, obviously, but like the blue part, I think we're about done. I keep like building up colors and stuff with the glazing, but like I think it's about to that we're done step. I've done plenty on there, I think. Probably do some scratch marks here in a second, and then we'll move on to trying to start building up the same kind of style of transitions on the Thunderbolt. Alright, so we're going to grab some of that what is this, gray blue here, and I'm going to try and do some very faint scratch marks here. quite as faint as I was thinking, but it's okay. We need to thin that down a smidge. Yeah, I think that is probably about good enough. Let me put a little one right there too. A little battle damage on this little guy. He hasn't taken any catastrophic hits, but he scratched up his armor a little bit. You know, he made it out of the warehouse. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I like him. He's a cute little guy. Pew, pew, pew. Alright, come here, T-Bolt. It's your turn. That's unfortunate. I've not seen those in person. I assumed it functioned similar to X-Wing, but I'm always sad to see a game discontinued, because a thriving market with games is it's good for everyone. Not only does it give you a variety of games to play, one game's success means another game's need to innovate. And also, I feel like Battlestar Galactica is a game where they don't get enough love in the community. That's an IP that just doesn't get as much attention as it could. I think the IP could do more. I'd love to get more shows too. So yeah, it's a little disheartening, but sad to see it go. Oh, nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed the rebooted show. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Star Wars is doing fine. X-Wing kind of pulled itself out, and then they've got Armada, but I didn't get into Armada because, like Magic earlier, I was discussing, I'm a collector, and I want to own everything, and I do not want to invest the funds to own everything in that game. So that is why I never got into Armada. I wanted to, though.
but it's also not an IP that has as much strength as Star Wars does currently. I did try and watch some of the original Battlestar, but it was just a little dated for me. I tried. I had the same issue with trying to watch older Star Trek. I just could not get into it. Not because I didn't want to. It was just really hard. I think it was just a little dated for me graphically. But Next Generation is definitely my jam. I love some TNG. I also enjoyed Deep Space Nine. I enjoyed that too. Oh, Cisco.
That's fair. That's very cool. Yeah, I didn't like the end of the updated reboot. I felt like the last season was rushed, but up to that point I enjoyed. And Dragon, I personally didn't feel like the investment for like X-Wing or even Armada was that bad as someone who plays 40K. For people on the outside looking in who don't play 40K, then yeah, the investment in that stuff could be expensive. But 40K, like comparing any miniatures game to 40K, almost everything is cheaper. Almost. Not everything, but almost everything. So like the thing for me with X-Wing, and in this case, Battlestar, because that looks like it was basically like a clone of X-Wing, would be that it's pre-painted, and I don't have a lot of time to paint these days, and I take forever. So having a game where all I gotta do is grab the box, grab what I want, and play, and the quality of the minis looks good is very appealing to me, personally. Yeah, Drop Fleet I don't know anything about. That feels like a lot of minis, but I don't know. I'm thinking more like Armada, X-Wing, Attack Wing, the Battlestar Galactica one. Kapla! Or something. That's about all I know. From the Klingons. For drop zone commander, or drop fleet rather. I feel like you're laughing at me because my pronunciation of kapla was not good. That Ort was really good, and you were like, yeah. The Klingons would be proud. Or, just because I knew that one term, the Klingons might be proud. The Trekkies might be happy that at least somebody knows something. Kablamo! That's definitely not Klingonese.
Yeah, I love the whole cast pretty much for TNG. If I'm honest with you, even people giving Wesley Crusher some shit, like I enjoyed the whole show. It was that was just a killer cast.
You talking about Tabletop Combat or TT Combat, the miniatures company or terrain company? What is this? No, okay. Oh, gotcha. I did not know that. Did not know that. Yeah, it's a big. I won't say big. That's the. They might be big. That's a European-based or UK-based. I don't remember which. Sort of both, maybe. I don't know. They're over there. Train company. They serve a market that we have struggled to reach. Not because we don't want to, but because it is particularly difficult. Oh, gotcha. You guys know a lot more stuff than I do. I also don't keep up with miniature games. I was going to say like I used to, but I never did particularly follow a huge amount of stuff. I followed the games I played, and that was about it. And I would occasionally see some stuff posted, but like I tried for a while to try out all the games that DRD was crew was getting into, and I just eventually the financial investment to do so got to be too much for me, and then after that I kind of didn't pay much attention to a lot of stuff.
I've talked to Austin a lot about trying to develop our own game at some point. I think that would be really cool. Making a game and doing terrain for it would be, I think, a lot of fun. And minis for it, obviously. We've got connections with some companies who produce rules and rule books, and we know people. And Austin's getting into 3D design stuff. We have terrain stuff on lock. Like, there's some options there. It's just a lot of there's a lot that goes into maintaining a game. But we've circled back around to that conversation on many occasions over the years. We've got quite a few friends in the Osprey department in terms of rules and book production. And we're friends with Ash Barker, and he's made 2 games of his own, I believe, that were published through Osprey. Yeah. And we just worked with fulfilling some Kickstarter terrain for Exploding Unicorns. And that was a good experience. We're waiting on some cool minis from them to show up for us to sample. Austin was pretty excited about them. Yeah, and we know the guys that did Frostgrave and Relic Blade. And I believe it's Relic Blade that Malev paints minis for, and we know Mr. Malev.
Yep, look at them. Ninja Star. Shurikens.
Yeah, I like Malev. I haven't seen him much lately. I mean, I don't see a lot of the streamers that I'm friends with, but I do like him pretty good. I think he's pretty chill. I think he'd be a lot of fun to meet in person.
Nice.
That makes sense. I know I saw his post today talking about releasing some music. He's kind of been doing that thing, and I get it. Yep. I wish him the best. I think it's a tough thing to get into, but I like seeing people succeed. So him getting where he wants to be, I think it's just awesome. Just awesome.
I was wondering if Clan Wolf was lurking today. I didn't see his name here. I was gonna tag him, see how he's doing. But, don't see him. I tried. Get a little sip of that coffee.
And we've got a couple minis at the shop that old Mr. Flo Shinobi did. Got a couple of Infinity models he did for Austin and JoJo. He painted, I think it was Iguana for Austin. It was pretty dope. I was a little jealous that I didn't get anything. But I think they traded him some terrain or something. He painted up a couple, painted up, I think it was Iguana and the pilot for Austin and a couple of Hakaslam models for JoJo. Okay. Getting a little bit of transition built up there. Not quite as quick as I would want, but it's getting there. There's one thing that work on these mechs is doing, it's giving me practice trying this stuff. I'm not particularly amazing at trying to hand blend models. I'm happy with what we've achieved so far on them, but it is not my strong suit by any means. But I wanted to practice on something and try some new stuff, and that's what these battle mechs have done for me. I've talked about it a few times on stream, but they're cheap and forgiving, and if I don't quite nail it, as long as they look good enough, I'm happy. And my good enough is pretty OCD laden, but my OCD on these is not nearly what it is with like 40K, you know, so that's a nice, pleasant change of pace from what I'm used to with panicking and freaking out on a model. It also kind of helps that I get to pick my own paint scheme for these. Same reason why my Dark Angels switching over to my own custom chapter was relieving, because I had control over the colors, and if something isn't quite perfect even to the colors that I set, they're my models. It doesn't really matter. I can justify whatever I do on them. Versus somebody being like, well, that's the wrong color of Ultramarines blue. And it's like, well, I tried. You know, now I can do my own thing. And they might be like, well, that blah, 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 gray. Like, well, this is my army, and I chose it, and that's how I'm going to do it. So, not that anyone's opinions matter much with, you know, personal models anyway. But, you know, when I was working on existing armies that were going to match something that was already out there, like, I really wanted them to match to some degree, and there's some form of stress and anxiety kind of around that. Yeah, I mean, early on when I was playing my Ultramarines, I liked them being ultras. I don't mind the Dark Angels aesthetic. I just wanted to take the fluff and do my own thing, and then having the custom paint job to go with it gave me ultimate freedom. I do struggle, however, coming up with custom paint jobs. That's why, like, something with too much freedom does panic me out. I have come up with a scheme or a uniformity to how I want my my Battletech stuff to look, so I'm able to have my own scheme and not stress out too much. But until I had that scheme down, there was a little anxiety there. I did the same thing with my Tau back in the day, panicking trying to figure out what color scheme I wanted to get or go with, and then when I finally locked it down, everything was fine. You know, so that anxiety of trying to create something unique and different in yours, and then doing it can be a little worrisome, tiresome. But once you get it, you get it. You know. And then some of my Dark Angels have varying color differences on them, and that doesn't bother me too much. Because they painted in different batches, and you know, it is what it is.
Whoa. What's going on with that one? It's thinning down a little bit, so let's just mix up a little bit more of my glaze mix here. I've been using a lot of this stuff. Okay. I'm not sure why I always start with the feet on mechs, but it seems to be where I like to go. I guess it's like a subconscious desire to like start the bottom, work my way up, I guess. It's kind of what I feel like I end up doing. Come in a little bit of that dark blue.
yeah, I was failing to have that separation of those panels and the feet I wanted. But there we go. Got them now. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I was checking to see where you were earlier. Didn't see you on. How's work today? Oh man, what do you do now? Only 3 hours late. Glorious. I feel like he's unlikely to have a job much longer, is what it sounds like to me. Yep. With the frequency at which he screws up. Yep. I mean, working in the industry you're in is usually not something that's particularly sought after. However, there are plenty of people who do want jobs, and if there's an opening, he can likely be replaced. You know, So if you want to make money, show up to work and make money. If you don't, we will find someone who wants to. Like, at some point, kid gloves come off if you're not going to do the job. Mistakes happen. If this was the first time this had happened, like, I'd probably be like, oh, yeah, you know, maybe he's just having a bad day. It happens, you know. Come some slack, and, you know, maybe, hopefully it'll get better next time. Or maybe he offers to stay late or cover someone's shift for who came in for him, or, you know, do something to make up for it. But it doesn't sound like he is a particularly responsible individual or owns up when he does dumb shit, you know. Especially if someone else had to come in to cover for him or something. Just be like, hey, you know, bud, I know you're going to be up at like 5 a.m. on Sunday morning breakfast or something. You know, I'm scheduled for 12. You want me to come in for you early so that you can sleep in since you covered my shift today because I messed up? You know, like, would you like me to do that? If not, you know, that's fine. If you want the extra hours, that's cool. But, you know, just so you know, I messed up and, you know, you had to cover my stuff and that was my fault. If you want me to cover for you so you can rest up, you know, let me know. Like, let's make it right. Do your part to be part of a team. Otherwise, you just breed resentment, and then also your efficiency is costing the company money, you know, or lack thereof of efficiency, you know. So it's like, yeah, people. Yep. Did he get to finish out today, or did you guys send him home? Wow. I think the standard protocol would be like to call in and be like, hey, I overslept because my alarm didn't go off because my phone had I don't know, whatever, didn't charge it, whatever you want to tell you, and be like, you know, I can get there as fast as I can if you need me. If you're understaffed or haven't, you know, covered me, I can come in a different day. Like, offer. Just be like, hey, do you still need me to come in? I know there's an issue. Do you need me to adjust schedule to cover for someone else? Like, just ask, you know, be courteous. Communication's a big deal. Some people just don't try. Like, if I'm running late, I just message Austin and I let him know. And more often than not, if I'm running behind, he'll be like, you mind stopping to grab some food on the way or go by the grocery store? And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's cool, no big deal. I got you. You know? Yeah. And I'll tell you, on a happy note, with painting, I like how we can go from like okay to like that looks really nice. I think that looks pretty good. Yep. Sounds like my average day. Now, sometimes I feel like I would be a good manager, but I feel like, despite being kind and caring, I feel like there would be a degree of no fucks given. Like, If you are going to act like you don't want to be here, I'm going to not let you be here. Goodbye. I'm very understanding if you were going to communicate, but if this guy, if I was in charge, by nah. We're going to get someone who wants to work, and if they can't make it into work, they're going to be responsible. Goodbye. Like, attitude for me is a big deal. Like, if you mess up, to me, it's like, okay, how did you handle it? What did you do? How did you talk? What was your plan for trying to offer to help right the wrong or fix the problem? You know, like, you know, you screwed up, but it's like, hey, you know, let me fix it. What can I do? Is there anything I can do? I'm sorry, you know, and then just talk to people. Like, that's the thing. If you act like you don't give a shit, well, all right, don't be mad when the manager don't want you there anymore because you don't give a shit. Yep. Well, hopefully the rest of your day is good, Mr. Wolf. Seems like lately your work has not been helping with stress levels and happiness, but you got a job, you're making money, and you got this community to hang out with. I know it's not much, and it's such a long ways off, man, but I tell you, once we get that vaccine for COVID and everything starts to hopefully start rolling towards something better, you know, when we can start doing things again, we'll plan out that Tap Garrison meetup week and try and pick a time, or pick a date, I guess times as well, time and date that will work for the most people, and get something on the books, get a schedule going, have people invited from the community to come down. Something to look forward to hobby-wise, you know? Yo, Wheels! We ain't seen you in a long time. Wheels! How you doing, man? How you doing, Wheels? We miss you. I miss you. I miss hanging out, man. I try not to bug you too much because I know you're probably tired of telling me you can't hang out, but I do miss hanging out with you, man. I was talking to the community here about trying to get people connected as well, in regards to online roleplay stuff. So we got Daff, Eagle Eye 707, and Lando for sure that all do, and I think Dragon had mentioned wanting to group up. So like, trying to get you guys connected for some online RP stuff would be fantastic, especially once you can make it. I don't know if you've been resting up and doing any RP stuff from your resting positions. But if you haven't, perhaps once you're healed up, we can try and coordinate. Or if you have, perhaps you can get connected and maybe get some more game time in. We did miss you on the Battletech night. We had a good time. I think you would have had fun hanging out and at least trolling. There were some pretty trolling moments. I had a really good roll at one point. I forget which one of these turds was mean to me and re-rolled, but I had a really good roll where all of my dice hit and someone made me re-roll and all of my dice missed. It was sad. I put a sad face up, and I wore the antlers and the onesie the whole time. Yep. But it was fun. It was worth it. We didn't have as many viewers for the community show up as I thought we might, but you know, it's neither here nor there. It happens. The regulars and the people who really wanted to see the Battletech showed up, and that's what matters. I'm hoping that in the future we can try and do some Star Wars Legion and some 40k stuff. 40k is going to be really hard because armies and people, but where 40k can be a little easier is with like Kill Team. we could do some stuff with that. So any of that stuff we do in the future, I would love for you to be involved if you want to be. It's up to you. My goal this year is to get my own place, which is what we were trying to do this year, or this past year and didn't, and have the spare bedroom dedicated to the stream and get it set up to be able to do more live streamed games with you guys and connect. And I think that'll be fun. And you're a pretty chill dude, and I think it'd be cool to have you involved if you'd like to be. So, keeping those lines of communication open. Yep. I am having a hard time. There's stuff out right now if you're trying to get stuff. Clone Wars starter boxes are back out. Upgrade packs are back out, whatever they're called, specialists and Phase 1 upgrade units. Phase 2s are back out. Clone ARC Troopers are hard to find. The only place I've found ARC Troopers is on eBay, and they want double the price. Yep, me too. I can't. I found them on eBay. They're $70 a pop, and I don't want to pay it. I want 2 boxes, and I'm not paying that. I refuse. Yep. Exactly. I'll just wait. Like, I can't play very much right now anyway, so I'll just wait. But I did get some Legion for Christmas from Amanda and my mom. So I got quite a few things, and I got this from the shop. That's pretty cool. He's actually he's worth a lot more than $20. And Lando, I hope you can. Wheels, do you have her? Do you have Padme? I don't know if she's sold out in other places, but I have 2 of her. The second one's coming. Amanda got me one, and I didn't know, so I had ordered one. If you need a Padme, let me know, and we can talk. She's not that expensive, so whatever. And then he's hard to get. I can see if my local shop still has him. If he's sold out a lot of places. If Tim has Anakin and you need Anakin, let me know. And if you need Padme, let me know. And I'll check with Tim. I don't know if he does, but I need to know soon. Tell me soon, specifically on Anakin, because he's hard to get. If you need Anakin, tell me so I could tell Tim and have him set it aside for you, and I'll swing by and pick that up. These guys are back in stock. This is the Phase 1 upgrade packs. My mom got me that for Christmas, and she got me a tank, and then she got me this. I don't play Imperials, but I really wanted to paint a Boba Fett, so she got me a Boba Fett. So, and I've got some Phase 2 clone troopers on the way that I ordered for myself. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about getting some Legion going. I have put 40K on hold for other games right now. It sucks, but it is what it is. I can't keep up, and financially, I can't keep up. Not that Legion is super duper cheaper, but I don't need as much of it. And I can have another functional game in my arsenal, so I'm focusing on that. I'm letting 40K kind of run its course a little bit, and I'll jump back in when Dark Angels have all their stuff available, because right now a lot of stuff's not available. And once they've got their new book out, and I know they're not going to just drop another one on me by the time I get around to playing them, you know. But I did get a gift card from Javasuko for Christmas, and I was going to use that towards the Chaplain on bike. He's out of stock. Because I know I'm going to want him regardless of when I start playing 40K. I was going to just get him. Yeah, Lando, if I had enough room for more collector items, I don't. I'm actually thinning down some of my Funko Pops. I've got too many as it is. But yeah, Wheels, I'm really excited to see you in here, man. I feel like it's been so long since we hung out and chatted. I hope that your Christmas was good. Yeah, I think I saw that picture on on Facebook that was a Scotland thing where they buy a 1 foot plot of land in Scotland so you can be called a lord. Yeah. Lord McCripple. That sounds like the name of a drink. I'll have whatever he's having. He's having a Lord McCripple. So he'll be like, what's in that? Whatever Wheels decides to put in the drink at the time. Hence, Lord McCripple. Ridiculous. Well, I don't know how much gaming you've been able to do, Wheels. I was going to ask if you've been playing any Cyberpunk, but I assume that you've been up and moving around a little bit to some degree, but I guess if you haven't been, you might not have been doing any gaming at all. I don't know exactly what your situation is currently, but I assumed you were just keeping it light, but you might be off your feet, well, so to speak. Damn it. More than I was thinking. I am looking forward to Dark Tide with you. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I feel like we're going to spend many a day playing that game. And maybe by the time that comes out and we're able to connect again, maybe, just maybe, Clan Wolf will have a computer and we can play with him too. And Daft just got his computer built, so he's going to be looking to do some gaming with us. Like, we can start getting some game nights in with the Garrison. Garrison game night. Yeah, it's a nice ring to it, actually. I think his leg is looking really good. I'm pretty happy with that. That went from shit to not shit. I'm looking forward to hanging out with people. That is half of why I play games these days. Hey, Psycho, thank you for the like on the Facebook. Let's see. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, shit, it's Wheels. Everybody run.
Same time, so I figured this would be easier.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about. I was talking to Clan Wolf here about Dark Tide. I haven't watched too much footage of it, but it's more a game in a universe that we are familiar with and will likely enjoy some aspects of, and hopefully get to play together. It'll be blasphemous, but I'm not a huge Diablo fan. It's not my favorite game, but when I have people to play with, it's fun because I have people to play with. It's less about me playing my character, because I only play one character on there. I only like one class. So.
Yeah. Crusader.
Yeah, see, I play the Demon Hunter. Sup, Java? Hey, Psycho, speaking of you coming in, crashing the party here, let me grab something to show you. I like some aspects of it, but if I'm honest, I don't do a lot of solo Diablo, even when I have time to game. I'm a social gamer. Like, I got Cyberpunk when it came out. I've played 3 or 4 hours of it and just have not... I say I don't have the time. I don't have a lot of time, air quotes, but when I do have time, I focus on playing games with people, like League of Legends, World of Warships, MWO. If all my friends were really bugging me to play Diablo, I could play that. But I end up, even though it's a multiplayer game, I don't play it by myself very often. I find I gravitate towards games I enjoy to some degree and like the speed of, and also enjoy playing or being social with other people. So, Psycho, thank you for the sub. And why the frowny face? I'm going to show you something. Just Daft mentioned something to me, and I was talking. Also, your sub number 25 for the month. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so Psycho, for you, yesterday at the shop, I came in. I had a concept for idea for a building I wanted to make, and I made this. And it looks like a water tower, and it's a dumpster fire, and I hate it. It's garbage. It's garbage. It's that thing from the Mummy that she uses to open that book. That's what it looks like. Don't like it. But that was at the start of the shift. This is what I had by the end of the shift. A bunker. It no longer looks like a water tower, at least to me. So there are a few changes I'll make to it, but we got a Battletech bunker. You want me to send you this one, the dumpster fire? I keep all this shit. I kept it. I don't unless it's does not function. I generally keep all the prototypes. I have a whole literally I have a box of prototypes behind me, so I could like look at the history of what I've been working on. So yeah, send that one too. Send me the whole box. So I want to do a squatty version that is just the top. So height 1, height 2. Then I want to make a height 3 with a small building coming out of it. And then I want a little helipad that juts out and connects and comes down. And I want a little resin piece that goes in the top there. That's my goal. And I think scale-wise, we're right there where it needs to be. Yep. Pew, pew, pew. And then if you have jump jets, you'll land on top. There you go. So I like it pretty good. Anyways, Mr. Wheels, what have you been doing?
Warcraft.
Oh, that's right. They had like an expansion or something, right? That's impressive.
Yeah, and I finally found a group of Alliance people to play with.
Oh, I assumed some people from the 29th played, but I guess I...
That would be the group.
Oh, there you go. That seemed like a no-brainer. I play these games with these other people. They probably play this game too.
Well, the problem is, it took me a while to find Alliance players. Most of them play Horde.
Oh, that's fair. I used to play, and I played on both sides, but my friends played Horde at the time. Since that one's not a dumpster fire, you don't need it. Ugh.
I like it a lot more now because the new update took the max level from like 120 back down to 60.
Oh, that's fair. And 120. Well, I feel like there's some people that probably were upset about that.
I mean, probably, but I think it's a little bit better. Felt like they were starting to run away with the level cap.
Yeah.
If you're a new player and you start playing a game and you see that the level cap is 120, like that seems forever away.
Yeah. I concur. Daff says, Wheels, you play Warcraft? Question mark.
Of course I do.
Daff, does that mean that you play Warcraft?
No, Kanar does, because I've got him on my Battle.net and I see him playing.
Yeah. I don't talk to him much anymore. He's always busy. He spoke to me the other day when he saw us playing Cyberpunk, but he's been MIA for a long time.
Right now I'm playing a human priest. I've been doing a lot of healing. I always wanted to heal, but like healers get treated pretty rough on WoW if they do a bad job. So my buddy was like, well, if you want to heal, he's like, I'll be your tank and we'll teach you how to heal. And he kind of like eased me into it. So
there you go. I played, my main position was tank. And Daff, if you play or you want to get on his server, is that why you're asking? And Psycho, I have not shipped it yet. I'm sorry. It's sitting in the case at the shop. It just hasn't happened. I have not forgot you, though. Believe me. We got the photos taken of him. I just need to pack them up. And I was debating if I want to send you a couple of my buildings and all that stuff. So it's just been busy and forgetfulness, but I still know he's there. It'll happen. But Psycho, I bring that up, Wills, because Psycho says thank you to you for...
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
Yep.
That was a while ago.
It's been a while. Everything's been really slow. But yeah, he's there. Yeah.
I blame COVID for everything.
I mean, that's fair. I can't blame it for this, though. That's just me being slow and getting photographs
Blame it
taken.
anyway.
I mean, that's fair. Damn you, COVID, for making me slow painting. Yep. Yeah, Psycho points to his message, goes, hint. I knew why you brought it up. I knew. I haven't forgotten.
Yeah, it sucked. Me and my buddy, we were playing a game of Orcs versus Fist before I went in the hospital. Well, we ran out of time, so we wrote everything down, and we were going to come back to it when we could. Well, then I ended up going in the hospital, and then he went on a family vacation to Disney. So he came over the other day and got his stuff. For at this point, it's so long ago in our memory.
Yeah.
There's just no point.
So you'd be better off playing a new game at that point.
Plus, he's pretty excited about Necrons.
Yeah, Nick told me he was working on a Necron Lord. I was like, "Yep, we just got Wizla stuff in the mail. We got some. I mean, you're usually happy with the stuff I do anyway, but I'm really hoping that you're happy because we took photos of some of these models I painted, and in my opinion, my OCD level shows through pretty bad. AKA, I spent a lot of time on this shit, and Austin was showing me the photos as he was taking them, and I was like, Austin, those faces look so good. Austin, look at that HQ, it's so awesome. And he's like, well, yeah. And I was just looking at him like, God damn it. They look so good.
Yeah, I mean, the pictures did look really good.
Yeah, I mean, you've got cell phone shots. He's got the good camera shots. I just have to get them off and throw them up on Instagram. They're great. And my favorite model on that I painted for you is the Chaplain. Hands down my favorite. And then the Captain, which I don't know if you saw, but I named the Captain after you. Your name is on his shoulder. I
don't think I caught that.
Yep, his right shoulder has your last name on it.
Nice.
Yep. I called him Captain Oaks, and I was like, well, maybe you'll like it. I don't know. So that's what I did. Yep.
I'm almost there.
Almost.
When I was in the hospital, I got moved to company commander and promoted to first lieutenant.
Did you get your little badge ribbon thing you were trying to get before you got promoted?
No, because unfortunately that scrim got canceled, so I didn't get to lead them.
Lame.
Yeah, but I'm leading dog company now in my unit, so that was pretty exciting.
Nice. And Psycho, if you're ordering something, I can just toss it in there. That would work out great. How much longer do you think you got on your recovery time? What are you looking at?
Oh God. Okay, so I'll give you this as a scale. It's been 3-4 weeks since I was in the hospital.
That sounds about right.
Well, it was Thanksgiving, so about a month or so.
Yeah.
I have gone from a wound depth of 10 inches to 8.5.
10 inches wound depth?
Or not 10 inches, centimeters.
Okay, I was about to say
Inches.
10 inches. That's your whole
I was
fucking
like, whoa,
leg.
wait a minute. 10
Holy
inches ain't
shit.
right.
Did you get hit with a K-bar or something? What's going on?
Yeah, so that's how much it's. I mean, that doesn't give you the entire picture because it's gotten narrower and all that. But in terms of depth, that's where I'm at. So
you probably got another 8 months or something at least.
not 8 months, but it's. I mean, I'm drinking this stuff called Juven. It's a wound healing protein powder.
That's fair.
I've got this wound vac that I'm hooked up to 24/7. So I'll get there. It's just going to take some time. Luckily, it's winter, and there's nothing better to do anyway.
That's fair. Daff asks what server you are on. Java says 10 inches would have made you see-through, and I'm like, yeah.
I want to say it's Tarot Car. Yeah, I always forget they do the measurements in freaking centimeters. It always throws me off.
I just imagine you being cranky, being like, I fought overseas for you to use centimeters. I did not. Give it to me in inches.
It was funny what you said earlier because I got my nurse real good on that the other day. She walked in and she's like, so how long have you been off your feet for? I was like, oh, about 9 years.
Did she not know?
She just, as an impulse, said it, and then as soon as she said it, you could tell by the look on her face that she was like, oh, shit.
She's like, I done messed up. Yep. Yeah, some of the colloquialisms don't translate very well. So, if you were to say, I'm gonna stretch my legs. Clearly, if you aren't trolling, you're probably just like, I'm gonna take a break for a few minutes or something. But when someone's around there, they ask you something like that, they don't know. It's like, shit. I just used this term that means this thing, but when engaging with this person, I probably should use a different one. You take it fine. You have a sense of humor, but some people might be like, that person being a dick.
Well, really funny story. I fell asleep last night watching Star Wars episode 4.
Nice.
And I woke myself up in the middle of the night because I fell asleep and I had a dream that I walked out my back door.
Oh, wow.
And there was a Jawa or something standing there. So I kicked it in the face and then it startled me awake.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was like, never thought that would have happened falling asleep watching Star Wars.
Oh, I've done that many a time. Yeah. Did you enjoy Mandalorian? No spoilers, obviously, but did you enjoy it?
Oh my god, yes.
I cried on that last episode, man. I'll be honest with you. Yep. Grabbed Amanda's hand and I boo-hooed.
I'm curious to see what's going to happen next season.
Me too. But Disney has so many shows planned, and they've done so well with this.
The Kenobi movie.
Yeah, I was pretty excited when they said they brought Hayden back. I think him and Ewan McGregor had a good on-screen rapport. Yep. Unfortunately, the last episode was spoiled a little bit for me because somebody on my friends list watched it early in the morning and posted about it on their Facebook, and I'm just like, there's an unspoken rule that you don't say certain things for certain shows in a certain amount of time, or you do it in a way that people don't see it.
Yeah, that's my thing, is because I'm usually up when it comes out at 3 in the morning. So I watched almost every episode at 3 in the morning when it came out. So I made sure that if I posted about it, I didn't post any spoilers until people had time to watch it.
Nico Nyanai, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, that's kind of my thing. He would have been upset if I spoiled Game of Thrones for him, and I wouldn't have. And most of the people I've seen that try on my friends list that try to talk about it, they would be vague and they would say, if you want to see more, check the comments and click the button and you'll see them. But spoilers ahead. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. I don't want to see spoilers, so I'm not going to read the comments. But you kept it vague here to let people know you wanted to talk about it, or you said send me a DM and we'll talk about it. But he just all caps made a post, and it's like when I got on my social media, I saw it. And some people may argue that it's your fault, you shouldn't be on social media. My counter is, I get paid to have my phone next to me so that I could keep up with social media and emails, and I have to check that stuff every day to make sure I respond to people. So when I open up Facebook and the post is at the top of my page, there's a certain degree of helplessness on that front. Because
that argument's not valid because, let's be honest, everybody's on social media.
I mean, that's true. It's proper etiquette.
You almost don't even have a choice these days.
Yep.
I mean, you do. Like our one friend, her husband, he's not on it, but...
I mean, some people are voluntold not to. Like, I got a buddy of mine who's in the CIA, and he's not allowed to have social media.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guards of the unknown soldier tomb aren't allowed to have social media.
I did not know that. I watched some videos about them the other day where they were yelling at people because they crossed the line, or they weren't standing during the changing ceremony, and they will yell at you. And I was like, yeah. I wouldn't get yelled at because I'm not an idiot. Those people deserve to get yelled at because I was disrespectful and they were being idiots.
Yeah, my sister went to D.C. for a trip when she was in school, and she came back after seeing that and was just, she couldn't believe how serious that was.
Yep. I mean, those dudes take it seriously, and they should. Like it's serious business.
Like, those people have their own barracks. The standards they're expected to maintain are just incredible.
Yep.
I did not know that, Clan. I can't say I'm surprised, but I didn't know that. I assumed they would be unloaded.
Yeah, I assumed that as well. Yeah, they one of the times when the lady got yelled at, she was hopping across the line and trying to take a photo with her phone, and I'm just like, you idiot.
Oh, what an idiot.
You know. Also, like, you're seeing a ceremony that's very serious, but, like, while it may be viewed as a, air quotes, tourist attraction, they aren't doing this for your benefit. They're doing it to you know, honor their fallen comrades, and it's like, the government, the military, didn't just be like, let's set up this tomb with these soldiers who march around, you know, super disciplined for the benefit of civilians who can come look at it. That is not why that was created. You know, you being able to witness it is a luxury, which is why there's signs and there's etiquette that is required, or you will be asked to leave or escorted out.
Yeah, but people don't think about that.
Yep.
Especially people that don't spend time around that lifestyle.
To me, it just seems like common sense. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want somebody disrespecting me if I was at a family member's, like, tomb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just common sense. But
it's like a while back when all that shit was going on where the Patriot Guard was having to go around and protect funerals.
Oh, you're talking about from the people who would come out with signs and
stuff.
stuff.
What was it, Westboro or whatever?
Yeah. Yep. That's outrageous. It's uncalled for. That is not the place, in my opinion, to protest. And at least definitely not in the way they were doing it. Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, because there's a football movie called When the Game Stands Tall. And the coach takes his players into a VA hospital in California. And one of the soldiers in the hospital tells the football players that it's literally not about fighting for your country or anything else like that. It's only about the man next to you.
Yeah. So when you get in your, I mean, we're segueing here because I don't have much time, so I'm rambling. When you planning to get your gaming laptop?
I still have to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know what options are really out there these days. I mean, I used to know a brand. I feel like there was two. I think it was like, what, Asus and Alienware?
Because I'm also supposed to be getting sent a hospital bed with like one of those trays that sits over it. So if I get that, I can just move my computer into my room and play from my bed, no problem.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if that doesn't happen, then I'm definitely going to need to get a laptop.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, right now the 29th is on holiday break, so I haven't had to do much for that. But once that ends, I'm going to need to be in front of my computer a bit more. Or at least have access to it.
That's fair. You just give me your login, I'll pretend to be you, and I'll just yell at people and click buttons. And they'll be like, Wheels doesn't sound like that. And I'll be like, he does today. He's never used the term maggot. And I'll be like, well, I don't know. Do you even know what game we're playing? Nope. Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. I think that's what you play.
Yep, that is the game.
Look at that. I remembered. That is the extent of my knowledge. So did you get any cool stuff for the holidays?
I got a whole lot of stuff from my kitchen. I
Other
got
than
an air
alcohol?
fryer, I got a griddle, I got an indoor smokeless grill.
Yo, I got my mom a air fryer, dehydrator, pressure cooker combo, and I'm excited for her to start making stuff with
Yeah, mine's pretty much the same thing.
that. Yep. Pretty stoked.
Me and my mom made some fries in it today.
Nice.
Because I'm one of those people, I'm obsessed with Red Robin's campfire sauce.
I've never had it.
It's what comes with their onion rings. Well, a friend of mine got me a bottle of it off of Amazon for Christmas.
Nice.
So my mom went to the store and bought a bag of Red Robin fries.
To put your Red Robin sauce on.
Yeah, so we made them in the air fryer today.
Awesome.
And then, unfortunately, so my dad got me that plaque for the whole Lord thing.
Yeah.
Well, then some friends of ours that were over on Christmas, they kept telling me before Christmas, we got you this present we're super excited about. We can't wait to show it to you. They got me the same thing.
Oh,
I felt
man.
so bad. I was like, man, you guys were so excited.
Oh, that sucks.
I got some gift cards, too, for my hobby store, so I'm going to have to go spend that.
Well, I'm sure they'll be excited.
Shouldn't be hard, you know. One Primaris tank will do it.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That it will. And we were actually talking about that on stream yesterday. One of the viewers and I were going back and forth about Legion, and he was saying that it was more expensive than 40K, and I started breaking down prices, and I'm like, I don't think so.
No, it's not, because you don't need nowhere near as many models unless you're playing huge games.
Yeah, that's what I said. He is in another country, so that was part of it, but the number of models you need for Legion versus 40K is very different, and 40K you need books. I'm like, at a minimum, you got at least 2 books, and that's probably pushing $100 for a codex in your main book, let alone any supplements or chapter proofs or anything you got to get. It's just like, there's a tax innately on the book side right out the gate. Hey, he needs points to build back up. That is fair. With that note, guys, we are, it came up quick, but we are at the end of the stream. I got his leg here in a really good spot. I'm liking how that's looking. So tomorrow we're going to try and replicate those effects on the rest of them and hope that it looks pretty close. It's looks a little bit better than I think the Irby Mech did, but he's fine. We'll see if I can get close. I always struggle to match exactly what it did. I got my paint palette here. I got all the paints I'm using. But trying to get the exact process down every time, it's always slightly different, which is okay so long as he comes together, but it's a little frustrating when you're trying to remember exactly every stroke and how many layers of a thing you did. That's why when people ask, like, how do I do something? I'm like, I don't always know. Sometimes I just do things. But I really like how that is turning out. I think it looks really cool. It might be a smidge bright. Yeah, it's a little brighter than this guy. Actually, well, maybe not. It's not too far off. I think the fade's a little bit better, but like it's still in the realm. Like on the tabletop in photos, I think this guy's gonna look pretty good together. It's a very different style of painting for me, and I like it. So, but on that note, let us see who we've got online for a raid. Also, Wheels on. Oh, I can't tilt this up. Have you seen my little Yoda doll?
Yeah, you tagged me in a video of it.
Okay, I couldn't remember if you saw it. He's adorable. My mom got me a Yoda Build-A-Bear for Christmas as well, and he coos when you pinch his hand. It is.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's it makes me want to cry. It's so adorable, so adorable. So, but today, oh, he's hosting. I thought he was painting. Never mind. All right. Let's see. Who are we gonna go to today? Take it easy, Psycho. Thank you for popping in and hanging out with us today. I think we might throw a little raid over to Mohawk Miniatures. If you guys happen to go over there today, make sure you hit that follow button, show some hobby love, and let them know who sent you. As always, though, before we get offline today, I do want to end on some happy hobby notes. So let's go ahead and switch over, and I'll leave you with some positivity. All right, guys, so first and foremost, thank you for everyone who hung out with me today. Even more so, the guest of honor, Mr. Wheels, who we have not seen in quite some time, who surprisingly popped in today and hung out with us in the stream and in chat, or in Discord. Whoa. I thought I had that muted. You heard Mohawk there talking for a second. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate you hanging out with me and letting me ramble, watch me paint, and help and support what I do. So thank you. But as always, I do want to encourage you guys to pick up your paintbrushes, put brush to model every day that you can. Don't allow fear and anxiety to dictate what you do in this life and in the hobby. Sometimes our pursuits of perfection or getting a project done can be daunting. Make sure you take that step back and reflect. Focus on what's important in the hobby, and don't allow your endeavors to make you lose focus, to make you not want to paint. Moral of the story there is, don't allow something that you love to become something you hate. Sometimes you got to take a step back, take a break, work on a different project, or maybe change the scope of what you are working on to something smaller that's a little bit more manageable, so that you're having fun and things don't feel so monotonous. I think that one of the things that people lose sight of, and I like to really hone in on and encourage everyone to focus on, is the narrative. Every miniature you work on has a universe that it hails from, a name, accolades, battles have taken part in. What are those to you? Each brushstroke, each ding, each scratch, each imperfection is something that you have control over. In a society, in a reality, in a world right now where things are seemingly so far beyond and outside of our control, this is somewhere where you do have control. With one brushstroke at a time, you can forge a narrative, a universe of your choosing. As Bob Ross would say, this is your world, the creator. What will it be for you? And as you've painted your models and forged those narratives, I highly encourage you, when it's safe, to get out. Get out there in the community. Play games with people. Enjoy their company. Enjoy the social aspect of the gaming. Enjoy putting your narrative, your minis on the table against their narrative and their minis, and creating lifelong memories that are worth remembering. Something that will make you smile long after those games have faded away. I highly encourage you to get out there in the digital realm. Post your hobby progress. Share your hobby happiness. There's enough negativity and bullshit in our social media feeds every day. Let's fill up our social media feeds with posts, pictures of things that make us happy. There's somebody right now who's in a rut. They're swiping through their phone right now, and they're not motivated. They're down. They're depressed. Your picture, your art, your happiness could be what comes across their feed. You could be the catalyst for change. You could be the thing that gives them a little bit of motivation to pick up the paintbrush and start painting again. There may be another person that's never been in the hobby before. They have no idea anything about it. As they're swiping through their social media feeds, for whatever reason, somehow, your picture is what comes across, and they see it. And they go, hey, that's cool. I want to figure out what that is. They ask questions. They get into the hobby. This impact that you can have on others through social media can't happen if you're not blasting the feeds with your art, with the things that make you happy. So please, I encourage you to be proud of the things that you do, the things that you work on, and share that pride, that happiness, that little bit of you with others. And as we end today's stream, as we always do, I'd like to encourage you guys to leave the world a better place than you found it, in every sense of that statement, in every way you can interpret it. It pays to be kind always. You never know what people are going through in their everyday lives, and they may be having a bad day, bad week, a bad month, a bad year, bad go at life in general. But you, I promise you, you have the tools. You're armed with the tools to have a positive impact on others. Simply by saying please, saying thank you, holding a door open for someone, making eye contact, smiling, making someone feel like a valued human being can be that difference between a good day and a bad day for them. Even if you are not there to see it, you can still plant that seed of positivity. I highly encourage you guys to sail through this life leaving positivity and happiness in your wake. There's enough negativity and bullshit in the world. Let's be a part of the solution and not the problem. And as we arrive here at the end of the stream, folks, I'm going to go ahead and step down from my pulpit, kick the soapbox out from under me, and get this raid ready to go over to Mohawk Miniatures. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Appreciate you letting me get up here on my soapbox and preach to you for a minute. And I appreciate being able to paint and enjoy this hobby with you. But here we are at the end. I got to get ready to go. We're going to fire off this raid. I'm going to get ready to go to work. As always, keep rolling those dice, keep painting those models, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
So I got a quick question for you. What'd you think of his name? Yeah. Hello? That's why I was trying to be careful in case they could.